Hello everybody, I'm trying this video again. I've been having issues recording and uploading this video because my internet sucks. So yeah, I'm just like my mind right now, I'm just flustered, so I'm trying to center myself. Anyways, happy Monday everybody. This is my week 2 check-in. For those who are new, because no one watched my live, I saw the analytics. Let me briefly reintroduce myself. Hello, my name is Jen. I had weight loss surgery 5 years ago, February 2015, and I had a vertical sleeve gastrectomy, and I had it done at Mass General Hospital. My weight at the start of my surgery, or on the day that I had my surgery, was in the 270s. The lowest weight I had after my surgery was in the 160s, and I weigh today 200 pounds and 8 ounces. My regain started about 2 years ago when I entered a relationship. So I first gained love weight. My ex worked in the restaurant business, so he's a foodie and I'm a foodie, so we ate a lot and we weren't particularly active. Then we broke up, and then I gained breakup weight, and I got depressed. Life happened, and my highest weight was 208 pounds, and that was in January 2020. I was able to lose like the first 8 pounds of the regained. Most of it was due to water weight, and I have been basically living in 200 and the 190s, high 190s for the past several months. So right now, currently, this reason why I decided to restart chronicling my journey is that this is a bit of an experiment for me, because I'm curious to determine if my current weight is due to this being my body's set point, or if I'm staying at this weight because of my behavior, if my behaviors are contributing to me staying at this weight. I was inspired to start this video by another YouTuber. Her name is C. Jane Shrink, and she's also documenting her journey to lose her regain. So that is the objective of my channel. So last week, I talked about what were the behaviors that led to my regain, which was reliance on slider foods, not moving my body, and alcohol consumption. And so my goals for last week were to track what I eat on MyFitnessPal, no alcohol consumption unless it's like at a social setting, and to walk 2 miles 6 days a week with 1 day of yoga. So now I'm going to talk about how I did on all those 3 goals and what I've learned about them, or what I've learned about myself with those goals. So the first one, tracking my food on MyFitnessPal. The pros were I successfully tracked my food 5 days consecutively, and I learned a lot about myself and what I consume based on doing that. The main thing that stood out for me is the fact that I was not consuming enough fruits and vegetables in my daily diet, in my daily meal consumption. There was one day where I only ate vegetables or any type of produce, and it was only in one meal only, and it was a small salad. So for me, that was quite telling. It just showed that, again, I rely a lot on protein and carbs. Mostly, and not even like the best proteins, but that's really what I was relying on. So I definitely had to, I have to address that for next week, or for this week. The second thing that stood out to me is that I lose momentum with tracking my food when the weekend hits. I don't know if it's the same with you guys, but for me, the weekend is like Vegas. You know, what happens during the weekend stays in the weekend. I lose all sense of control. I stop mindfully eating, I stop tracking, and also it doesn't help that I had to go to work this weekend. So I have a part-time job where I work in retail, and I had picked up 2 shifts, so I worked Saturday and Sunday. And for me, going to work, it's in the city. I use that as an excuse to not bring my food in. I'll just eat whatever. It just brings up a lot of bad behaviors. Also, when I get out of work, I'm super tired and I don't want to cook. And again, I just use that as an excuse to treat myself and eat whatever I want to eat. And I definitely need to I really need to rein that in. It's fine to have a treat meal, but it shouldn't be a treat binge, right? I went on a bender this weekend of just eating whatever I wanted to eat, and that really affected my body and my bank account, because that's something else I'm working on, is getting financially on point. And I spent way too much money this weekend on stuff that I didn't need, food wise and other things. So in terms of what my goals going to be next week, based on what I learned from this week, one is I'm going to continue to track my food and really focus on being consistent and tracking for all 7 days. So I am working this Saturday, and I'm still going to track what I eat on Saturday. Second, making a point to have fruits or vegetables at every meal. I'm focusing on having really balanced meals and getting that produce into my system. So those are my 2 main things nutrition wise for next week. Now, in terms of fitness, so my goal was to walk 2 miles 6 days a week and do yoga one of those days. I overdid it. I overshot myself. I actually ended up injuring myself. I sprained a muscle in my ankle, my left ankle, and I had to scale back. So I did walk 2 miles on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Then I tried to do it on Thursday. It was just so painful. So I'm getting confused. I walked Monday and Tuesday 2 miles, I think also Sunday. And then on Wednesday, I tried to do 2 miles and it hurt like heck. So I had to scale back. I ended up doing 1.5 miles. And then Thursday and Friday, I did about 1 mile. Fortunately, my ankle feels so much better. I just needed to take it easy. And I didn't work out at all on Saturday and Sunday because I worked both of those days and I was on my feet all day, both days. So for this week, my goal is continue to walk. I want to walk at least 1 mile. And if it's more, great. But I'm not going to push myself to do 1 mile. And I need to look into getting better sneakers, because I feel like that was another cause of the spraining of how I pulled my muscle, is that I have crappy sneakers. So for this week, goal is to walk every day, at least 1 mile, 30 minutes, whatever. And I'm going to try again to implement yoga. I am working on Saturdays, so I won't work on Saturdays. So the goal is I just want to work out at least 6 days a week and do some walking. So that's my goal for that. Now the third one, alcohol. I'm very proud of myself. I only had alcohol 1 day this week, and that was because on Saturday I went to the Cheesecake Factory after work and I treated myself to a dirty martini. It was delicious. I'm proud of myself about that because I only had that drink. Normally, if I'm out drinking, I'll have more than one, but nope, I just had my dirty martini, my egg roll sampler, and I took my butt home. I didn't drink any alcohol in my house at all, so proud of myself. For this week, I'm just gonna continue that trend. No alcohol in my house, and unless I'm in a social setting, I will partake in some libations. So yeah, I did weigh myself. I know last week I said I wasn't gonna weigh myself, but I was curious about my weight after my bender, and I am still at the same weight, 200 pounds and 8 ounces. And I don't know if that meant that I had actually lost weight last week and I ended up gaining it because of all that I consumed this weekend. I think that was the case. So, need to control myself. All right, so this is a short check-in video. I'm gonna upload it and just let me know how you guys are doing, how's your journey, and I'll check in next week.